welcome back to our Origins 2016 summer preview coverage from Columbus, Ohio. Thanks for joining us back. I'm Sam Healy with the Dice Tower, and I'm here with Jim from Ares Games, and he's going to show us a nice, friendly little game called Last Friday.
All right, Last Friday is an asymmetrical game, meaning that one person plays a maniac at Camp Apache who has, for whatever reason, attached himself to this summer camp. All the other players,
yes. Okay, good.
The other players all play camp counselors who have typical teens who have been brought to prepare Camp Apache for the coming summer, and the game is played in a series of phases. And so you tell the story of a maniac brought back from the dead, terrorizing summer counselors.
That sounds familiar.
All right, so you will see a lot of great themes in this game. If you've ever seen any of the classic 70s and 80s horror movies, then you're going to fit right in with this. You're going to know how things work.
Exactly.
The maniac plays all of his turns behind a screen. He uses hidden movement, so the campers are never really sure where the maniac is.
All right.
At the start of the game, every player will pick one of three characters. So for example, if you're the yellow player, you'll pick either Ned, Daphne, or Kelly.
Yeah.
All right? Now, you need three players because the first player you pick, the first counselor, may not make it through. So for example, if you start the game with Daphne, you would set the other two counselors aside just in case they're necessary, all right?
All right.
All players do the same things. You start at the entrance of the summer camp. Now, the owners of the camp have set two senior counselors who have arrived a little bit earlier, and they've set a scavenger hunt to get you to kind of learn the camp. So they've said, come into the camp and go find the keys to your cabins, and then have a nice, meet and greet down by the lake. Little do they know, the two senior counselors have been killed by the maniac, and it's about to turn into a horror fest.
Okay.
So, how the way the game works is the players take their turns. Players move on the small dots, so they start here at the camp, and they get to move twice. So 1, 2. Okay. So as the campers move out, they're moving in different directions. They're going where, and if they can't move all the way, they stop. Okay. So the counselors move here. The maniac, using hidden movement, is either going to start at one of the blood-soaked spots on the camp.
The last place he made a mess.
Exactly. He secretly writes down where he's moving on a turn sheet back here.
Right.
And so the campers are never really sure where he's at initially. So let's say he started here on 196.
Okay.
As he moves from numbered square to numbered square. So you'll notice that the white squares are where the campers move, the numbered squares are where the maniac moves.
Right.
When they jump over one another, crisis occurs.
That's
okay.
Bad things, man. Bad
exactly.
things. Yes.
So it just depends on, as I said, it's played in a couple of phases. Each phase is a maximum of 15 turns.
Okay.
In phase one, or in the first part of the story, kind of the beginning of the movie, if you will, the players are all moving and they're trying to go to the scavenger hunt locations on the camp, and they're trying to find their camper keys.
Okay.
Okay, so like this one will open the blue camper cabin.
Okay.
Okay. But they'll also find different kind of clues.
Somebody left their shoes.
Exactly. Oh my goodness.
Hey,
there's one of the senior counselors. Now the real panic sets in. So as the maniac is moving and the campers are trying to find their keys and discovering these bodies, now they're scattering throughout the camp. So as they're moving through, finding things, as they collect a token, for example, they collect a key, they put it on the key spots to show that the key's been acquired.
Okay.
And now they can move over here to the red tent. I'm sorry, that's the brown one. They can move to, that is red tent, and they can try to open up the tent. Red's over there. There we go. All right.
Cool.
So they move to the red tent.
Oh, okay.
Or the red cabin.
That's cool.
And get safely in the red cabin. Whew, they've survived the first part. If not, then what happens if let's say the maniac moves from 137 to 138 and goes across it? Oh, we've got a dead body here. Okay. And
so
the
you gotta
red,
bring in one of your backups.
Exactly. So in the next round, you've got to bring one of your other guys because your initial character was killed by the maniac.
Okay. Now, does the backup start here again, or is
exactly? And that's one of the dynamic tensions of the game, is that you start from where you entered the previous scenario. So let's say the red camper got here and the brown camper, they both sheltered in there. The other campers ended up getting killed. At the start of round 2, and you start back on phase 1, they get to start from their last
Where they
location.
were last,
so
okay.
they're actually easier to get to some of these other locations.
Gotcha. Okay.
As I said, the game's played in 4 phases. First, the Maniac is hunting the campers. Then dawn approaches. The campers go and try to hunt the Maniac, hopefully killing him.
All right.
In phase 3, the Maniac comes back from the dead to terrorize the camper, and in the final round, one of the campers is ordained as the predestined, who is going to kill the Maniac, hopefully put him down for his final rest.
Okay.
So you have, it sounds like a lot of turns. The turns play really, really quickly. People are engaged.
How long does this game take about?
You can play with like this, a 6-player game, hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
No.
Especially for a 6-player game, that's
Exactly.
not bad. All right, very cool. So, what is your launch date, hopefully, for
We
this?
should have it around around August 15th,
Okay.
give or take a week.
Give or take a week. All right, so around August 15th, thereabouts. This has been last Friday from Aries Games. Thanks so much, Jim. We'll see you guys on the flip side.
Thanks, guys.